Hello everyone and welcome to another video. This is part 2 of the Yokai Watch 2 Lightning Attribute only, with the actual good part of the game, aka the pulse game. I won't go over the rules again as I covered them in part 1, but they will be in the description for those who haven't seen it. Let's get back into the run, continuing exactly where we left off last time, right after the credits. Okay. Ooh, who is this? Just 3 key quests on a boss. Yeah, that as well. It's literally just that. There's nothing really else to it, but... Ooh, who could this be, chats? Oh wow, so mysterious. Ooh. Ooh, where did she go? Oh, chat, I've never seen this before. Someone should make a video on this, you know. This is pretty interesting. I didn't expect beating the game to only take half an hour, so I decided to keep going with the stream. I started by doing the Infinite Tunnel just to get out of the way and got 3,019 yards. I then decided to do the S rank watch class, which is the first thing you should do in any Yokai Watch game post-game, though I do sometimes forget, but luckily my live chat reminded me. I had to talk to Mr. Goodsight in the past, and I managed to find a Noko on my way there. I also used my one and only yellow coin for fun in case I got King Mera. I did get a gold capsule, but it was Smog Mela. Even if I did get King Mera here, I probably wouldn't have used him since Cranky Guy is banned. Anyway, I went to Times More in Old Springdale and had to defeat Scaresol, Smog Mela, and Ferdinand, who was surprisingly quite strong, but I still managed to beat them without using any items. I got the S rank watch after talking to Mr. Goodsight in the past, and then the present. I didn't want to beat any bosses just yet, so I decided to do the Venoct quest, which involved going to Shoten Temple, then the Yokai World, which I had to start another quest to access, and then talking to this stupid flushback. I then headed to Mount Wildwood Summit and defeated Venoct, and decided to end it there, as I would befriend Venoct off-stream. Before the next Lightning Only stream, I wanted to stream myself finding Yo Criminals in all 3 games as footage for my Yo Criminals video. When it came to Yokai Watch 2, I was having no luck on my main file, so I went on the Lightning Only file, where I did actually manage to find one. I thought we might as well name the Yokai I got off-stream. We named Venoct Big Snake, like the opposite of Little Snake, and I also got Komajiro S as well, who was level 80, and we named him Pikachu. They replaced Snaggles and Mr. Fizzle. I also did the Infinite Tunnel, where I got to 4949 yards, which I've gotten before in both the Infinite Tunnel and Hazy Lane. It was then I realised that you'll always get that number at some point, and my chat was trying to gaslight me into thinking it was just a coincidence the rest of the stream. I also lost my stylus here. Keep this in mind. Yeah, Illuminate has his healing like in spirit, so you know, and there's also like souls and stuff that we can equip that can heal. Anyway, do I have to do this? We have to do that whole thing. Why? Why do we have to do the whole thing again? I thought I'd just like, okay, we go on the train and then we just fight Head of Steam. Why do we have to do the whole thing again? Why? Why? We already fixed the train. Why do you have to do the whole thing again? That doesn't make sense. I started off this stream by once again doing Infinite Tunnel. I do want to say that I was trying to get far in the Infinite Tunnel, even though I was mainly doing this for Malice at the moment. You never know, I could come across a Cranky exclusive. I got to 6,029 yards, which wasn't enough for Malice yet. I then started the Gara Land quest, which is usually what I do first, right after the S rank watch quest in the Yokai Watch 2 post game. So I head to Whimsy Valley Station at night to catch the train to Gara Land. I had to talk to and battle some yokai to get clues on the thief, and surprise surprise, it was none other than Yoink. I then head to the front of the train to fight our first boss of the post game, Head of Steam. He was a very tough boss despite the fact that Pikachu was level 80. His valves were difficult to turn off when you're so focused on purifying it, and the fact he had Massiface's Earthquake attack didn't help either. We ended up losing when he was at half HP. I severely underestimated Head of Steam, but was still determined to keep the tradition of him being the first boss of the post game. I used up my XP before going back and having to do that whole thing again before rematching Head of Steam. After the most intense battle I'd done on stream up to that point and several Mighty Medicine uses, I beat him. Okay. He is nearly dead. It's such an intense battle for the first one in the post game. Attack. Just attack. Oh, okay. I just catch one chat. Okay, so cool. Yeah, you can do it. I told you I could do it. Ducky's up. See, I'm the third duck person. I missed notification. You just missed the most intense battle in the entirety of my streaming. That was the most. It always is. See, I told you I could do it, chat. I told you. Told you. I've done it twice before, and this time without healers, which is much more impressive. Oh. I then decided to postpone the Garland quest as it had a recommended level of 60, and instead decided to try and find the Happy-Go-Lucky Express to get Illuminoct, which I found surprisingly quickly. I also decided to battle Days on the train, as they give a lot of XP, and got my yokai up around level 65. I got to Buckle Breaker and started the Illuminoct grind. The thing with Illuminoct is that his Inspirit here healed him way too much to the point where I had no chance of winning if he did. I could still beat him, but if he Inspirited, I'd just reset. It did take me quite a while, but eventually I got him, and called him Farosh, and he replaced Insomnia. Illuminoct is huge for this challenge. Not only because he's my second favourite yokai and a really strong S rank, but like I said, he has a really good healing in spirit as well as a skill that passively heals the yokai next to him, which means we have a way of healing without items, without the need for special equips. I decided to then do the Garland quest, as my yokai were higher leveled. It just involved going to the main three sections, Land, Paradise Springs, and Wolf It Down. Nothing different than normal, but I did get an Essence of Evil, which meant I could theoretically get Grub Lappa with the Tub Lappa that I accidentally befriended during the main story, which my chat wanted me to do. Chat member Ricardo Ashley was preparing to start a new Grub Lappa cult, to oppose the Step cult that my chat made that nothing really happened with up to that point. I forgot to mention this in the video, but in Yokai Watch 1 Lightning only, there was a war going on in chat between the Nokos and Dimmies and whatever else there was, and this kind of felt like an evolution of that, the Step cult versus the Grub Lappa cult. This was the start of something huge, something that's still ongoing to this day and makes up about half of my live chat. Cult lore. Nothing else really happened with it that stream, but I'll bring it up again when relevant. Anyway, I ended the stream when I finished the quest. I love this line. You guys have seen the meme. Now that we understand his tragic past, let's go remind him of it. I started this stream with the Infinite Tunnel once again, where it was non-stop trained until I reached the end at 7,023 yards. It was then time for the next post-game boss, Malice, who wasn't too bad, but I did end up killing El Macho. I then stocked up on 99 non-burgers and some medicine, and started the first Ghost Club quest in Gourd Pond. I went around the school at night before fighting Tarantutor, who we destroyed in less than a minute. The next quest started in downtown Springdale, and I headed to Nocturne Hospital to fight some regular yokai, and then a Handsful, who was about as easy as it normally is. I then did the Dr. Madaman quest, where I found notes in the hospital. Meanwhile, my chat was making blank when opposite of blank walks in jokes. They were funny at first, but got really stale after a while, and we decided to leave those jokes behind in this stream, which surprisingly worked. The only time this gets brought up now is when someone in chat ironically said it to remind me of how overdone this was. Anyway, I fought Dr. Madman, who also wasn't too difficult, and I didn't really need to worry about the hearts. The third Ghost Club quest started in Settlement Bookstore, and then we went to the Sports Centre, which turned into this construction site from Yokai Watch 1, where we fought Massface, who was pretty easy and I beat him without using the touchscreen. I then went back to that quest I started during the main story in the abandoned tunnel and fought Duwheel, who was easy as expected. I finished the quest and ended the stream there. 2 streams in and already 7 bosses down, not bad considering this stream was very short compared to others. Which one of the games are you playing? I don't know. That's a very good question. Very good question there. It only isn't entirely, yeah. I should change that. You know, need to make it a lot more clear. Oh no. Oh, it's not like it's in the thumbnail or, you know, any sort of clues on screen here. such as the yokai we are using and the and the mouse system, or nothing like that. No, you know, as we know, all the games function exactly the same, and the only way to know which one you're playing is if you say which one you're playing. Is it? This stream started by fusing Tublappa into Grublappa, only because chat wanted me to. I had no intentions of actually using him. I then did this quest where I gave these people some items in the sewers, which then allowed me to start this quest outside the old mansion. I then explored the old mansion at night, and proceeded to get lost in the old mansion looking for a key, and then fought Chirpster, who was unfortunately way weaker in this game compared to Yokai Watch 1. I then once again did the infinite tunnel, where I almost ended it early by accidentally asking the tunnel worker to make it shorter, but somehow I managed to save it and get to 7979 yards. I then cutscene skipped my way through all 3 Whispery lesson quests and talked to all these people for the first Directator quest, where I then had to catch them as Gargos. I then went to Mr. Way to fight the bosses Goldie Bones, Retinado, and Hans Galore, with relative ease, especially Goldie Bones. I ended the stream there as I felt Glitzy Bones would be a bit high leveled for me at the moment, and my 3DS was on low battery anyway. What can I... Didn't know there was a shop here, what can I... Oh, guys, I sure wonder what this guy sells. Wow. It's not like his face gives that away. This is rice balls, right? No? His face looks like a rice ball. Huh. I guess he doesn't sell rice balls. I started by doing the second Directator quest, which is why I needed to do the Whispery lesson in first Directator quest. I got the key to the Infinite Inferno, and headed there to talk to Dame Deadtime. I then went to Old Springdale to then go further back in time with the Miradox. It was then time to head back to the Inferno to fight Kin, Gin, and Bronzelo, one of the more difficult bosses in this game. Oh, okay. We do not like rocks. These guys were already decently tough, but Kin's rocks attacks made it more difficult. Despite this, I did manage to beat them by killing Bronzelo first, then Kin, then Gin. After finishing the quest and talking to Dame Deertime, I was now able to befriend the Elite Wickeds, though Unkeen is the only one we're interested in, as he's the only lightning attribute one. I head to the business tower at night and... Really weird version names something targets children. Yeah, that's true. You can maybe change those. Anyway, where's Unkeen? Hold on. Your worship, find a way to turn out censored chat for me. Okay. Where do I access the... Can I go here? No, this isn't Yokai Watch 3. Where's Unkeen? Oh yeah, Unkeen. So, this lures... Oh, okay. We need a baffle board. We need to befriend Ilu. Your baffle board side, okay. Turns out I need to befriend Ilu for a battle board in order to unlock the rest of the business tower. So I befriended Ilu and started the Unkeen grind. Unkeen likes curry, and I was basically out of curry, so my live chat kept insisting on getting some Buster curry, which I refused, because I wasn't bothered to sleep again and go all the way to Flower Road. Get the best curry now, no. No, I'm not getting the belly buster curry, whatever it's called. My eyes are red, I can see that. Get better curry. No, I'm not getting curry. No, Lucky Ducky is back, yeah. I'm not getting curry, okay? I'm not going to get curry. Until I realised that Bellybuster Curry was in downtown Springdale and was open at night, and felt really stupid. Yeah, oh wait, yeah, the curry place is literally in downtown Springdale, isn't it? Forgot about that. You know, fine, I'll get the curry, okay? Just because I remembered it's in downtown Springdale. I was thinking it was in Shoppers Row. Because, like, everything else seems to be in Chopper's Row. Fine, I'll get the curry. I'll get the curry. This whole time I was thinking of it in Chopper's Row, because, like, everything else is in Chopper's Row. After a couple close calls, welcome the final member of the team, who we named Unbound, and it was unfortunately time for Moving Yan to go, who's been with us since the very start. I then went to Mystery Way. That Yo Watch 2, no, it's Yo Watch 4 actually. I got it running on my 3DS. Dream says it's 2. Oh yeah, I need to update that. We're playing 4 actually, as you can see. If the stream says 2, why did you bother asking? Of course we're playing Yo Watch 2. What other game would we be playing? And beat Glitzy Bones, who was unsurprisingly pretty easy. I then ended the stream there. It was pretty short, but that was because I also wanted to stream Splatoon 3 that day. Yes, yeah. You said to take this thing, right? 14 max take. It should take including non-stop line, okay. It flipping plays on the train, of course it does. Okay, okay. Why did the music just stop? That's just so ominous, just the music just stopped for whatever reason. Oh, I know, it's back again. Okay. My plan for this stream was to grind gate globes, maybe even do the big gates if I have enough time, though I ended up just being grinding gate globes for 1.5 hours. But some interesting things did actually happen. I encountered Noko once again here. I got the red box, which my chat really wanted me to open, and I got the afro. And encountered Terror Time immediately after. Definitely the most interesting thing that happened. There's a chat member, Ricardo Ashley, told me about something that happens with the trains late at night, which I'd never heard about or seen before, and you likely haven't either if you haven't come across it yourself. I see him. He's there. See that. Wrong flippin' station. I'm not doing this again. Well, we got it, but not at the right station. Oh well. Back to get Whimsies. Yep, the trains close at midnight. Like I said, I had no idea this was a thing. The reason I mentioned the wrong station there is because there's extra dialogue if this happens on a station that you can't exit, but you can probably find that yourselves if you want to. I also ended up getting Zero from an expert room. I wasn't planning on using him, but we named him Zeus. Something else to mention is that I kept getting random yokai befriend, and I finally understood the use for Casanono. Too bad he isn't lightning. Amazing Milk and Tasty Pass to give away this weekend. Stop it! Stop it! No! No! Yes, I am sure I don't want to be friends with Steppa. The Grub Lava Cult now promises free tasty pasta and has a new member, Help Studios, further developing the cult lore. After a while, I realised I wouldn't be able to get these all in one stream, so I did Infinite Tunnel, where the cult lore basically took over the whole chat and I only managed to get 6347 yards, as I misclicked when talking to the builder. Why would I ever use him? Where is this baffle board? Oh. Baffle board. Oh no, it's a Gate of Whimsy. No, I don't want that. Should be a baffle board here. Where is this baffle board? It's here. Saw it. Oh, there. Board and Gate of Whimsy right next to each other. I managed to get the 105 gate globes needed off stream, and we started with the big gates. I struggled quite a bit on the first one because I really suck at the can kicking minigame. The others were no problem though, and I managed to get Merkel for a battle board later. Ifin wasn't too bad, but Farosh wasn't inspiriting. Can you please inspirit? If Unbound dies, it's all your fault. I'm blaming on you. Come on, I told you to inspire. You've read a book that tells you to inspire. Can you please inspire it? Oh, it's just money. Okay. There we go. Wow, thanks, Farosh. You inspired the person who's nearly at full HP rather than the person that's about to die. Very, very helpful there, Farosh. I then did the Phantasmari quest, where I went around the museum and then fought him. Like the other Yokai bosses, Phantasmari was beaten easily. I returned to the Yokai world where I beat Yokai in Hooligan Road, Lyre Mountain, Hungry Pass, and Lord's Gate, before activating the Miracle Battle Board I mentioned earlier to fight McCracken, who was definitely tougher than the other Yokai bosses, but still easy. Speaking of, I then decided to do the quest of the 3 OG bosses. Spoink started by evolving Bushido to activate the Washogun Battle Board. I then slept a couple days and fought Spoink in the Hot Springs. I activated the Slimelander quest outside the Evermart in Shopper's Row, and then went outside the school at night to fight Slimelander. Snaggerjow's quest began at Mount Wildwood Summit, and we fought him at Catfish Pond. As expected, all 3 were pretty easy. I know, but still. Something's a bit off here. That Troy just okay. Something's not right here. No. I would say yes, but like just to see what happens, but like can I can't even open the menu, so it's not like I can save or anything. So I don't want to risk something happening to my save file, so yeah. If you guys want to test that out, then go ahead. I'm not stopping you. I started by doing this quest in the academy. Huh. Didn't know. Just my good Snottle spawn in here. Guess just no one ever goes in here. Where I had to befriend Enterfly from Old Mount Wildwood so I could gain access to the T-Stroyer quest. The T-Stroyer quest started by talking to Jibanyan, who we then play as, talking to Yokai, and going to the abandoned house at Mount Wildwood. I then went to the beach where a T-Stroyer was revealed, and we headed back to the abandoned house to fight him. T-Stroyer was about as difficult as normal, if not easier due to the fact I knew all his hiding spots. Next, I talked to Nathaniel in the secret bee to do this minigame again, which I didn't fail this time, and instead got a full 20 out of 20 for the first time, and started the Infinity quest, where I went to Old Springdale, then Old Mount Wildwood to fight Infinity. Infinity is in general a pretty strong boss with a constant confusion and damaging spirits, but we did manage to beat him and finish the quest. That was all I had planned, so I did the Infinite Tunnel for the first time in a bit, and got to 9,001 yards and ended the stream. Unless Mr. What? I'm not Mr. Beast, guys. I am in this random haunted tunnel, and we're going to be surviving for 24 hours, and whoever lasts longest wins $10,000. I bought 100 trains. Let's see if I can run over this random child in this random tunnel. We're now nearing the end. It's now time to return to hell. I'd made my way through the Infinite Inferno to fight Hydra, Hoggles, and 6 who weren't too difficult, especially Styx because he's weak to lightning. Clipsal was once again more challenging due to his earthquake attack, but still wasn't that bad. During this fight, we were coming up with what if there was a Yokai Watch and Shrek crossover. I didn't mess up on stunning Dr. Noga this time. In fact, I did it twice. Oh yeah, chat, right. Okay. So before I started the stream, right, remember, this will have been like a few weeks, I don't know if any of you will remember this, but remember that time on stream where I lost my stylus and I had to get a new one? I don't know if any of you remember that. But I was setting up stream today, and look what I found. It was just lying on my desk. I'm not sure. Whatever. Spook Link was also easy, and Squister went about as you'd expect. Now it was time for Wobble Lock. Unlike Yokai Watch 1, my team wasn't very balanced, only having one technique attacker, though that one technique attacker was my highest level yokai. Despite this, I got lucky and he mostly had blue eyes, and when he did switch, it wasn't for too long, and I managed to beat him. Divine Paradise time now. Cap and Rex felt about the same difficulty as Cap and Crash. Flippa and Floppa were a decent challenge, mainly due to Flippa's rock attack. I did the same strategy I used for Dame Dead Time for Dame Dreadful. Let her level check the yokai I used last, and switch to my best yokai and just target her. She was still pretty difficult, but I did manage to beat her. Now, I was not prepared to fight Cat Cradle yet, as I planned to prepare everything off stream, but I accidentally went too far up and couldn't get back down without fighting her. So unsurprisingly, I got destroyed. I then did the Infinite Tunnel, where I did nothing because I was curious how far I'd actually get by doing nothing. And I only got 2549 yards to no one's surprise. The stream was still very short at that point, so I thought I might as well start grinding XP. The best way to do this in Yokai Watch 2 is the days on the Happy-Go-Lucky Express, which you find by constantly going back and forth to reset the trains at Gera Land. Okay, no, I used to. Just like a year or two ago. I've not played it really since, though. Like the war segment in that one Gamesville video. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, brilliant. She really was extremely hard. Okay. I missed it. Flipping missed it. This happens way too often, but it's usually not a big deal. I did this for around half an hour and ended it there. Now, Cat Cradle. The hardest boss in this game, not counting Psychic Blasters. You'd usually need a specific team/strategy for, but I was hoping that my current team would be enough, even though I didn't think it would be. So I grinded everyone up to level 99 and updated equips and attitudes. Now, I wanted to test this team to see if I even stood a chance, because if I didn't, I'd just come back to her like I did Arcanos in Yokai Watch 1 with a better team. So I tested the team out, and holy sh*, this was doable. I definitely would have beaten her here if I hadn't closed the game so I could do it on stream. This would still be a tough battle, and I would definitely be better off with a better team, but since I now knew it was possible with my current team, I was determined to do it with my current team. Please. One more hit. No. One more hit. No. Don't inspirit, do not inspirit. One more hit. No. Lightning, yes. One more hit. No! Why did you inspirit? Cat Cradle. Oh, Cat Cradle. Cat fucking Cradle. Where do I begin? Considering how the practice attempt went, I thought this would be much easier, but I guess I must have just got lucky there. Attempt 1, nowhere close. Attempt 2 went better, but still no luck. Attempt 3, once again not close. With every attempt I was losing hope, but kept going because I knew this was possible from the practice attempt. I just needed that to happen again. The thing is with Cat Cradle, not only does she do really strong attacks, but she's so fast that sometimes she can attack several times in a row, essentially killing your yokai before they even have a chance to attack, before you even have a chance to heal or revive. She has her What Will It Be attack, which attacks everyone with a random element. Most of the time, this deals around half HP, if not a bit more. If we get lucky, she can do lightning and deal basically nothing, or she can utilize her immortal enemy, Rocks, which either one-shots or leaves on very low HP. Not to mention, when she does Sticky Thread right after she does Puppet Strings, giving everyone the confusion in spirit, meaning we can't switch to Purify. I'd start off by doing Ryan Jim's Ultimate, which gives everyone an all stats up boost, only for Cat to inspire everyone and activate Sticky Thread right as I move them to the back, to Purify most of the time. My no healers also meant I had to wait a few turns to heal or revive. This was absolutely brutal, and I don't mean the yokai. Attack 4 had a promising start, but once again, not a chance. That's BS. Don't loaf! Oh! Timing. Rocks. Okay, we're dead. Or are we? Yeah, we're probably slower. Yeah. Okay. Oh, brilliant. Why did they do that twice? Oh, Maxwell's dead. Cross is dead. Four attacks in a row. Wow, such a fair boss. Not the rocks. Oh, he just killed himself. Okay. Why? Ah yes, inspirit the one who has full HP. That's a great idea. And put it onto the next stream's one. Alright. Rocks, no. Not good. Super lucky. Oh, with the rocks. Right when she has Sticky Thread, okay. Right. Feel this run's already dead. Oh, we have a revive, we have a revive. She's stunned. Frosh, why do you do this? Why do you inspirit the ones that are already at full HP? You survive this. You have your skill. Yes. Still survives. Somehow. She's stunned again. This might be the run, chat. It's intense. She's nearly dead. This could be the run. This is the run, chat. This is the run. This is the run. This is the run. This is the run. Unkeen crack, please. Never mind, you're dead. Okay. This is the run. I don't say anything, actually. This might not be the run. This might not be the run. It's probably not the run. No. So close, so close. No, just attack her, okay? Don't loaf. No. No, 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 no. Please. One more hit. One more hit. One more hit. One more. No, 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 no. One more hit. One more hit. One more hit. No, no. Don't inspirit. Do not inspirit. One more hit. One more hit. One more hit. No, no. Lightning. Yes. One more hit. No, no! Why did you inspirit? Attacking. I was to have opponent whisper. So close. So close. And I never got another attempt that close to beating her. I still didn't give up though, and kept going for another half an hour. I decided to take a wee break from fighting Cat Cradle to fight Kabuking. So I went back to Gero Land to start the quest. I talked to Mochizma and Minochi to help Kabuking, and I went on stage to start the fight. Kabuking was a very tough boss like usual, with equally strong attacks, but nothing compared to Cat Cradle. I never understand why people say Kabuking is harder than Cat Cradle. I mean, if the fact I beat him first try here doesn't disprove that, I don't know what will. He's my favourite boss in this game, and it's actually pretty fun to fight in my opinion. Attack him. Just attack him. There we go, first try. Told you I could do Kabuking. It really wasn't that bad, honestly. Anyway, back to Cat Cradle then. After that quick detour, it's back to the Cat Cradle grinds. I'd been going for 3.5 hours and it was getting pretty late. This is my longest stream yet. I knew I could do it. I wasn't ready to give up there just yet, but chat really insisted that I end it there to take a break and get some rest. So I did. My plan was to just beat Cat Cradle off stream, and if I got close to beating her, I'd record it. So I got a good night's sleep, and when I woke up the next day, I recorded my daily brutal attempt. Right, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna start the Cat Cradle grind soon, so yeah, hopefully I manage to beat her. And immediately started the Cat Cradle grind when... Alright everyone, I've nearly beat Cat Cradle here. She's very low on HP. It's my first attempt of the day, by the way. So yeah, hopefully I beat her. So that's why I'm recording this. Alright. Destroy this eye. Finally, she is beaten. Well, that was my first attempt of the day. Maybe I should have kept going yesterday. Oh, let's go. Let's flipping go. Would have beaten her way earlier if Big Snake hadn't inspirited then. If you watch the live stream, you'll know. So, there you go. Cat Cradle, beaten. The only lightning attribute, okay. This one was off to a good start. I mean, this is literally my first one of the day. I just finished recording the brutal attempt today. Oh, let's go. Oh, Gutsy Bones. The hardest boss. So difficult. I want to see how much... Wow. Wow. I didn't think it would do that much damage, jeez. As I mentioned in the clip, my plan was to at least attempt the boss rushes and see how far I get, because I knew there was absolutely no way in the Infinite Inferno that I was beating the irate 8. The thing with the boss rushes is that they restrict the use of items, meaning my only way of healing was for rushes in spirit and skill. Since Big Snake was on the other side and wouldn't be able to get inspirited by Frosh, I gave him a soul that heals him. Now it's time. The Thrilling 3 was laughably easy. The Fabulous 4 also wasn't too bad, same with the Fantastic 5. Fickle 5 was the first that even remotely came close to a challenge, mainly due to McCracken 2's and spirits. Speaking of, this is the only way to fight McCracken 2 in this game, so that's another new boss down. The Great 8 wasn't completely effortless, in fact Bulwark was actually kinda difficult, since he killed my only technique attacker, but other than that, still relatively easy. Now for the irate 8. Handful and Ifun were easy, as well as Cap and Rex. Flippa and Floppa ended up killing Pikachu with rocks, but other than that, not too bad. Dame Dreadful, however, killed Hirosh. Thus I lost. But I beat her on my second try with relative ease. And now Gargos. This is not possible. I'm sorry guys, this is just not possible. Okay, yeah, this is impossible. This is not possible. You know, her damage isn't too terrible, but her damage is actually not bad for this, but like, yeah, we are not beating this without a healer. There's no way we're beating this. No way we're beating this. It's probably possible if I use like Gilgros or something, but even then, I feel like Arcanos would be actually impossible, so there's probably no point. I ended it there with the full intent to return, like in Yokai Watch 1. So I streamed a couple other things before returning to Yokai Watch 1 lightning only. After that, I was fully preparing to spend much longer trying to befriend yokai from the Infinite Tunnel, and the Crankakai. But the thing is, unlike Yokai Watch 1, you can't just keep changing the system clock to cheese daily events, so I would have had to spend many real-life days doing this. Even with all that, Boss Rush Volcanoes might be possible, but I'm certainly not good enough to do that, even with better yokai. But then I came to a realization. Boss Rush isn't the only place you can fight the Onis. Terror, nah, I'm joking. You guys know I don't do terror time in this game. Even then, I'm not sure that counts towards the medallion. Same with Psychic Blasters, anyway. Wow, such a joke compared to the first game. Until we see what they're like in Yokai Watch 3. Now, there are two ways to fight Gargos normally. First is in that one big gate where he'll fight you if you try to cross at red, and the second is by crossing the street incorrectly. Yep, I bet you forgot about that too or didn't know. I believe Shopper's Row is the best play for that. So I had it there. Though it doesn't matter as you can just do this. I beat Snartle a couple times and then fought Gargos. I did beat him but felt really underwhelmed. Gargos felt pathetically easy compared to Yokai Watch 1. As for Ogulus, the only way to fight him is by doing the opposite, crossing the street correctly. So I did exactly that and fought Ogulus. Like Gargos, Ogulus equally felt underwhelming. Then no, I might as well just keep him here. Yeah, this is just very sad compared to Yokai Watch 1. Like, what happened here? I understand if they just make them weaker for the boss rushes, but they should have at least kept these fights the same. What happened here? How do we get from some really strong, tough, and difficult bosses to this? Pathetic. As for Arcanos, well, there isn't really any way to fight him normally except the boss rush. Kind of. There is one more way to fight the Onis. Mystery Way. The Onis here are considerably weaker to make it easier to refight them to befriend them. This also means that they don't register in the medallion if you fight them here, but it's literally my only option for battling Arcanos. This may not be the Arcanos fight, but it is an Arcanos fight nonetheless. So I headed back to Mystery Way. Wow, he's not even doing 2 attacks in a row anymore. What happened? What happened here? What happened here, Arcanos? He's already at half HP. What happened here, Arcanos? What was going on here? What happened? Yeah, this warping. Like, did you see him just the other day? Like, he was nearly destroying us, right? It took me like a long time to beat him. And now look at him. Such a disappointment. Well, this was a disappointing ending to Yokai Watch 2 Lightning only, and I wish I was good enough for the boss rushes, because I do believe it's somehow possible with the right setup. I'd just never be good enough for it. So, that's why I challenge you, yes you, the viewer, to beat Boss Rush Arcanos with only Lightning Attribute Yokai. Only restriction is no attribute changing souls. Other than that, go crazy. I want this guy beaten by any means necessary. I know there will probably be some really skilled Yokai Watch 2 players watching, probably about to comment on how horrible my Cat Cradle team was, which is exactly why I'm doing this. If you do somehow manage to do it, send it on my Discord and I'll give you a shout in the next video. I would like gift you a membership or something, but YouTube doesn't allow for that, so a shout out will have to do. Well, that was Yokai Watch 2 Lightning Attribute only. I will say, other than the main story, I enjoyed this one more than Yokai Watch 1, especially all the chat memes and everything that came out of it, and hopefully you did too. Shoutouts to my members: Studios, Ricardo Astley, Redactivism, Sandwich Metal, Starlord, Turnbull, The Anonymous Nerd, Darkside2475, Warland, Dragavion, Alone Apricot, Omega Knight 64, Arimo Z, Grippo, A Random D&D Nerd, Opal Kitsune, Smug Snoozle, Snoozy, Undying, Mikavu, I hope I said that right, I probably didn't know, Upside question mark, A, Truckcoon, Anemic, once again, hope I said that right, Arctic Z, Pal EX, Angelo Beta, Astral Guardian, Persephone, Bagel, Gerald, Mayo, Antonio Longo, Drybones, aka Kagi Blah Blah, Steven Universe Fan 21, Bulky Nemesis, Norman Estrada, Jury, Guigi, Draverx, Fat Iguana, Sarge XP, XO, King Slinky, and Black Samurai. Thanks for the support, guys. I'll see you in the next one. So, about this next Y file. Right, fine, we have people saying gun, we'll just name her gun then. Fine. Gun. There you go. You know, why don't I just put, like, everyone behind Lucky KFC? Oh. Cheese. What? Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Why are you guys saying sandal in the chat? Heal yourself. Bible Y, which I'm probably not gonna do. But I came across him and I got him whilst I was testing for this. It's a fake Cyber Y. Alright then. Wasn't expecting this. Ugh. There you go. Happy now.